trail with Mr. Kamal Haasan, and so I'm sitting here inside the campaign vehicle. So look at the crowd. It's really overwhelming to see the people around you. They are waving at you. They want to say hi to you. Is it because of the good cinema that Mr. Kamal Haasan, son of Rajulakshmi and Srinivasan, has provided over 60 years, or is it because of the hope you're giving to the people of Tamil Nadu for this 2021 Assembly Elections as a politician?
See, I've been sort of cherished as a child by these people, by ordinary mothers. They were very kind to me from the time I was 5. And for 60 years, on and off, they turn the limelight on me at their convenience. And I've been used to this kind of adulation.
We can see.
But through my 60 years, I've never seen the swell of this kind of. I don't think it is because of all the films, because that is a transactional thing between us. They pay tickets and they come and see me. This is something else. They don't call me by my character name. They address me as I am and treat me like one in the house. That's why I keep telling them I'd rather be a lamp in your house than a star in the sky.
Yeah, we could see that. So it's much more than the adulation that a film star will get. I mean, do you think the Tamil Nadu voters have moved on to a phase where they are not voting for a film star, but for the promises or the words, the promises that you would keep up?
You will see when we address people and we are pertinent to the point and not all the time indulging in rhetorics. They know that we are here with some intent and a plan. And when we share the plan with them, they appreciate it. And they are even emotionally moved. Yesterday we had a meeting with influencers, and the way, skepticism is something you can't blame them for. So they've been duped many times. So they are here to make sure that I'm not yet another charlatan on the out on the prowl. So the way they turn emotional when they hear our plans is very genuine. For me, it's an emotion.
You think, is that the reason why the government is rattled? Because we're being told that you're not being given permission in many places.
Not only that, my route, through the route, there is a sudden power cut. Even in Chamanjeri, they don't want any power so that even my PA system won't work. So, but we have made alternate arrangements and trying to make do with it. I think, like Gandhiji said, first they make fun of you. First they don't even acknowledge your existence, then they make fun of you, then they get angry at you, and then they notice you, and then you win.
Absolutely. So you're on the path of the victory is what you're saying. So what's the ideology? What's the ideology of Kalnedi Mayam?
Very simple. There has always been an attempt to seize power. Politics means power. For us, politics means people, and people recognize that. So if you ask me what my manifesto is, simple. It's about doing good to people. Anything falls into that category. And a centrist is someone who will not hold back on a plan that will be very good for the people just because ideology intervenes.
But social justice has worked in Tamil Nadu, haven't you seen? See, are both DMK?
I'm not against that. For us, the social justice system, we're not making fun of all existing systems. We have a choice. We are at a vantage position in history and in politics. We have a buffet of good things other people have thought about. No ism is a permanent solution for all the misery, but we can select and shamelessly someone might say, oh, this is a very Marxist thing to do. Or DMK has already done it. ADMK has already done it. We have now forms about picking the best of their thing. What we don't want to emulate is their corruption.
Absolutely, you have taken a stand on anti-corruption, but corruption has become part of our ecosystem. Whether you like it or whether I like it, it's become part of our ecosystem. But what makes Tamil Nadu stand apart from other states is the social justice. So when it comes to your priority as a politician, as a party, because a party has to have principles, but it also needs an ideology.
Yeah, inclusive. Interview எடுக்கறாங்க.
So on the streets, we can just see people waving at you. I can see the smiles.
Sorry.
No, absolutely, that's your call. So we could see how the entire stretch. So we are in this Annasagaram village. We are traveling from here to Dharmapuri GH. So I can see all the people out there. They all know your manifesto. They all know your ideologies, people out there.
Some of them, not all, but they are getting to know. They know the brief, headers. But as I was saying, the social justice system is something I've always believed in, and that'll stay. We are very proud of it. It doesn't matter who came up with the idea. We don't have to have a propriety on it. But that's what I said. I am at a vantage position in history in Tamil Nadu that you can make your choice for the people.
So you are the third front now, isn't it? You are an alternative for both DMK and ADMK. Your friend was supposed to enter, Mr. Rajinikanth. You said that you're very disappointed that...
No, but he said that because people gave so much trust. And so I share that disappointment. And that's it. And that's a personal choice, and I cannot even criticize it. And it is not done for very casually. It is done for health reasons. So that's something you can't.
Did you talk to him? Did you ask him?
Yes, on the phone, but
yeah.
I've been on the campaign trail.
Absolutely. So what are his feelings of?
Well, we just spoke. We just share our decisions whenever we can. Like I told him about my political entry. And he said, I might also do the same. I'll let you know. But
will he support you?
That I don't know, but that's a choice. Once again, I can only ask for support. I can't insist on it or make plans hoping there will be support.
There's a widespread speculation, I'm still calling it a speculation, that Mr. Rajinikanth was initially forced to announce the launch of his party. There was a lot of pressure on him to become a politician. But you, on the other hand, naturally became a politician a couple of years back.
Yes, I don't know how naturally I became that, but I was very angry. If anger be a part of nature, then yes, I was angry and I had to come in. And there was this question, people always came to my rescue, not just help, when I was in trouble. And always were ready to give me the applause whenever I deserved it. So what in turn, I was of the opinion, like most artists who say that I'm an artist, my duty is to entertain them.
A lot of first-time voters, that's indeed that's a big plus point, sir. It helped you in the Lok Sabha elections.
Yes, but now the surge is more. We can feel it. And they know this is a very pertinent election for Tamil Nadu. And so they are taking it more seriously. Last time it is about either of the two. at the center.
And you were talking about the women, like you have announced that homemakers will be given money, will be given an allowance, salary.
Yes. That's a plan which is doable and practical, and many have started appreciating it now. And it will be a doable plan which we are working out on. And many people who have already been in the
At the same time, when you talk about women, the latest criticism about your tweet, it's seen as a misogynistic one.
they've read unnecessarily between the lines. My respect for women, and I think teaching them self-defense is one way. I'm not critical of it, but more important is teaching the boys as their children. That starts with the mother. So I think,
And also the father.
and the father, yeah, both of them, the parenting is very important. That's where it starts, not with pepper spray. That's what I'm saying.
But the dignity, I mean, it was taken in the wrong light. Why should women always be taught? What is your message for men?
I'm only talking about men. I never spoke about women. I said the parenting is where it starts, not for women, but for the boys. Who, instead of pepper spraying the boy, prepare the boy, is what I'm saying.
So it's also for the aggressor, the person who commits the crime.
Commit the crime, there are punitive measures, but those are only deterrents. You'll have to prepare him to be the actual citizen who understands the difference between his lover, sister, and an object.
Absolutely, that you've clarified. So we are just moving forward, and we can see the crowd. You can see people coming out and standing.
Points,
I know these are not points, but we are just moving ahead towards the point where you're going to be meeting an 8-year-old child you're going to be meeting now, who benefited from your fan clubs. Did you think of politics then?
It is politics, I think.
Mr. Kamal Haasan's campaign vehicle is moving towards a marriage hall, a community hall, where he's going to be addressing farmers. And that comes at a time when there is farm crisis across the country. And Mr. Kamal Haasan has been very vocal about the farmers' issues. So let's wait and see how the interaction is going to go on. And also he's going to be meeting the beneficiaries of Kamal Haasan's fan clubs, which have been working for many, many years, much ahead of Mr. Kamal Haasan's entry. That's the transparency, right? That people can approach you and they can put forward their questions.
Yes, we are trying to make that communication happen, so that once the dialogue begins, you can eliminate the licensing kind of Raj or the queuing up Raj. When you make them wait. I think the Right to Services Act is something we take seriously, and we're going to make it happen.
It was so touching that a youngster who spoke about the water crisis, and you have assured him that if you're elected to power, you'll be able to solve it.
It's a conversation. It is not rhetoric and I mean, what do you call assurances for the sake of votes.
But doesn't it need an alliance? Karti Chidambaram yesterday has said that you are much better than Rajinikanth. You at least have some ideas. You have come out and doing. But you need to be part of a front to make a change, because to touch the lives of these people.
Yes, and that's what we're going to do. And my alliance is with the people.
And what about the other political parties? You're ruling out every political party?
As of now, we are just thinking. We're just weighing. This is the dipstick. You see that. If they come and vote, then my alliance is with the people.
So it's a post-poll alliance, can I say that? It's a post-poll alliance that you're looking at, can I say that?
Maybe, but we have to actually prove what we are. And people are asking me, egging me on to do that, to take that. Everywhere you can hear it verbally. They are saying, look at the people.
Yeah.
Interviews later.
Right, absolutely. I know we are. So last we saw you addressing the public at a marriage hall. There we saw a picture of you and Mr. MGR. So the question is, you are calling yourself as a protege of Mr. MGR. What is the necessity?
No, I didn't say I'm a prodigy. I said I'm a continuation of his dreams. That's all. And he is a continuation of many people's dreams, including Anna and Kamaraj. You can pick from any personality that you like. I haven't even seen Gandhi, but I lay claim to him. I'm his great grandson. Has anyone does anyone have an objection? Because nobody should.
But ADMK doesn't seem to be happy with it. They're like, why should MGR's name and even your songs, the campaign songs, it starts with Nalai Namade, why should that be used as the question that ADMK is asking?
Why not?
Isn't Mr. MGR more associated with Dravidian policy and you want to dethrone Dravidian parties?
I never said I will dethrone Dravidian party. As long as there is the word Dravidian in our national anthem, it is there to stay. And even if it is removed from the national anthem, it will still stay. And for me, Dravidian is not parochial, it's pan-national.
So you will continue to use his name and picture, songs?
Absolutely. I mean, I don't like the idea of bad people hoarding currency with Gandhi's photograph in it. But that's where it is. He is for everyone to own. Whether they deserve to own it is another question. I will own MGR, I will own Annadurai, I'll own Ambedkar. Why not? I mean, that's my question. Don't get too worried. I mean, they are not... MGR has not willed his personality over to these people.
And what about ADMK? Do you I mean, you were addressing in the meeting that they are on a shaky chair, sitting on, or there is a fight or a tussle for the chair, and that apparently EPS and OPS are not in good terms. There is a problem in the seat sharing as well. How do you view all this?
It's a fight for the loot. And it's bound to happen with people who involved in mass scale dacoity.
And Shashikala is going to be released now, so your options are still open for alliance. Is there any remote chance or possibility of you joining hands with Shashikala?
I've called them a corrupt conglomerate, and we are trying to clean the system and work for the progress of Tamil Nadu. They are the great impeders of progress.
So that leaves you with almost no option post-poll alliance, right? You're not with BJP as well, because many call you as BJP B team, especially after your comments about Surappa.
No, Surappa is a man. My comment is not about party-oriented people. He's an honest man at that. And I always stand as a champion for those who are honest and want to do something for the country, irrespective of the party and philosophy in life. But when it comes to running a party or joining it, that's a different question altogether.
So BJP options are open, can I say?
No options are open right now. We are proceeding, and we'll make the decision when we come. We'll cross it when we come to the bridge.
And what about the DMK? Because Alagiri has said that MK Stalin can never become the chief minister. You have kind of not, except for corruption charges, on other issues you have not gone very aggressive on DMK.
What I have to say about Mr. Alagiri is nothing, but that's a family feud. That's a dynasty politics. I'm not involved in it.
About the DMK, because you have called them also corrupt, but after,
Now, what is ailing is what's troubling people, what is the sickness, the present sickness is AIADMK. So we'll have to deal with it first, step by step. And if they come all at once together, we'll face them together.
So that means you joining a front, because Karti Chidambaram says that you are indeed different from Mr. Rajinikanth. You have your own ideology, your policies, but he says you should be part of a front to bring in a difference.
See, I do respect opinions, but I have no great regard for pundits who go by their previous calculation.
So you're keeping all your options open. What about the farmer crisis, sir? What is your stand, and do you think BJP government is handling this well?
No.
There is anger. That anger comes out because we saw your tweet about how angry you were about the farmers' death.
I am, because that's very very important part of my economy, and you cannot disregard them like that. Whatever be your political philosophy, it cannot happen without farmers.
So, and finally, coming to your, about the movies again. Now the Tamil Nadu government has said that 100% seats are going to be opened up for theatres. As a politician, as a human being, what do you think of that?
Well, I don't know if it is okay, and the doctors are saying it's okay. I'm here, out there. People are there, and I think that they should be more lenient with the movement of people. Essential. How important is it to open up cinema theatres and Tasmark, and not the schools and other important places?
Absolutely, that's the next question. Why isn't the government keen on opening the cinema theatres and Tasmark?
I don't know. I think probably their leaders are all from cinema.
And also pressure from probably some few actors, because Vijay recently met the Chief Minister. Maybe he had promised an indirect support to the ADMK.
It's funny that Vijay is able to pressurize and not the power of the people.
You're being so diplomatic. So there are so many answers to be taken from this. I have to read between the lines.
Of course, Vijay is my friend. I want him to prosper. But even more so, I want his audience to prosper.
Absolutely.
And that's when our business will be, and my brother will be, that's when our business will prosper, and so also my brother.
So, and what about, are you targeting all the audience, or is it like a caste-based vote? Because DMK now is worried that Owaisi might enter Tamil Nadu politics, which might eat away the Muslim votes. But you are seen as a neutral person who is reaching out to all the religion. You don't want to be polarized like a BJP or like any other party.
Yes, we don't want to be. We do believe in all the diversity, and we do believe in unity.
But will Owaisi make a difference?
I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to come to the bridge to cross it.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. So it was pleasure talking to you. We have been with you through the day. We have been traveling with Mr. Kamal Haasan. We saw such a humble star, I shouldn't call you a star anymore, a politician who was with the people, patiently waving at each and every one, talking to them, and few of them, had raised questions. They were out there. He answered even an 18-year-old boy's, so many questions he had, 18-year-old, 20-year-old. You were patient enough to answer. So we wish you all the best, and we hope, as you have always been saying, there will be a change in Tamil Nadu is what we are hoping for.
Thank you for wishing me well, and we need all the best wishes, and I think Tamil Nadu deserves it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kamal Haasan. Pleasure talking to you.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.